From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
I can't even count how many calls. It's been extremely busy.
With roads still slick this morning, law enforcement, tow truck operators giving advice about staying out of the ditch. Hear what they're saying coming up at 6:35. And an art contest takes aim at what law enforcement says is the #1 problem in Montana right now. Just ahead, see how a program called Paint the State is taking aim at meth. Good morning and happy Tuesday, Southwest Montana, 6:30. Chet Lehman, Matt Elwell with you here. It is the last day of January, and it's much better outside. It's still dangerously cold, but it's at least better than it was yesterday.
And most of this because we have that insulating blanket, a cloud cover that rolled in last night. This is 8:30, 9 o'clock. It was 24, 26 below, depending on location. Now it's a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, could do better. Yeah, aim higher.
Always do better. Temperatures right now sitting at about 3 below in Belgrade, 12 below in Butte, at a report of 20s below in West Yellowstone from our weather watcher Ken. Overall, we are dealing with some cloud cover for the area. We'll see a few isolated snow flurries in parts of the area, mainly up in elevation. Temperatures this morning remain chilly, and you can see the roadways there. Still icy.
A little slick.
Yeah, temperatures are going to struggle a little bit. We still have icy conditions, but we are warming up. We're going to talk more in depth about that school day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Matt. 6:32 now, our top story this half hour. The Montana Highway Patrol says meth continues to be a problem here in Montana. Law enforcement agencies say that in 2021, meth was the leader in drug-related felony arrests, with more than 65 pounds seized and 163 arrests actually made. The Montana Meth Project launched its Paint the State contest yesterday. Its campaign aimed at decreasing those numbers while getting students in the state involved in combating meth addiction. Ryan Berg picks up the story.
State representatives and student participants gathered in the state capitol rotunda to attend Montana Meth Project's Paint the State 2023 competition.
We must educate young Montanans on the consequences of drug use and just the awful effects it has.
The contest invites Montana residents 13 years of age and older to create original public works of art that inspire Montanans to live drug-free lives while incorporating the Meth Project's "Not Even Once" message.
Paint the State is one of the most engaging and graphic ways that teens can internalize the Montana Meth Not Even Once message. They've seen our advertising campaigns for 17 years and all of the graphic depictions about what meth can do to your body, to your friends, to your community.
Since the Montana Meth Project's founding, they've seen a 77% reduction in first-time teen meth use. And they also state that it's the lowest Native American teen meth use ever reported.
You know, when the Meth Project was first launched, we were 5th in the country for abuse for methamphetamine among teens. And within 2 years of deploying this model of showing kids the risks that are associated with methamphetamine, we immediately dropped to 39th in the country.
Meth is stated to be Montana law enforcement's #1 problem, with a 1,300% increase in meth in Montana since 2020.
Kids are different, so any avenue we can take to reach them, to have them use their own creativity and channel that into something positive like this, where we're telling people to stay away from dangerous drugs, I think it's such a win.
The deadline for art installations and online photo submissions is June 20th, 2023. Reporting in Helena, Ryan Berg, MTN News.
All right, 6:34 in other news this morning. An inmate at the Montana State Prison is dead, and officials suspect it's a homicide. 49-year-old Todd C. Fisher pronounced dead on Sunday. Fisher was in prison for deliberate homicide and tampering with or fabricating physical evidence. He's been behind bars since 2019. Montana Department of Corrections and the Powell County Sheriff's Office are investigating. Investigators believe this is an isolated incident. And on Saturday, 25-year-old Billings woman said she defended herself against 2 male attackers, firing her concealed weapon at the 2 suspects in broad daylight. It happened near West High School. Billings police say the investigation is ongoing. Police say a 25-year-old woman was being robbed by 2 men in an alley right outside her car when she pulled out a concealed firearm and shot them both. Montana law says a person is justified in using force, but only if the person reasonably believes the force is necessary to prevent imminent death or serious bodily harm. Those pictures you're seeing show an attorney who defended a man who shot a foreign exchange student in his garage in Missoula several years ago. No one involved in Saturday's shooting has been charged, at least not yet. 2 suspects were taken to the hospital to be treated for their injuries. And an earthquake struck near Livingston around 12:30 yesterday, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. USGS says the 4.1 magnitude quake struck almost 6 miles northwest of Livingston, was a little more than 3 miles deep. Several people on social media said they felt the quake, but no reports of damage or injuries as of yet. Well, sub-zero temperatures, icy roads are a recipe for disaster right now. Our Edgar Cedillo spoke with businesses working to keep up and keep people safe during these winter conditions.
With sub-zero temperatures and icy roads out on the streets, tow truck companies like Anderson Towing here in Belgrade have been working around the clock with all the number of calls that have come in.
I can't even count how many calls. It's been extremely busy.
Anthony Lopez has been loading his chains on his tow truck as he responds to dozens of calls of cars stuck on roads across the valley.
Severe accidents, people sledding off the road, crashing, jump starts. Obviously the cold weather drains the batteries, so nonstop everything for the past 3 or 4 days.
The team at Anderson Towing has been busy throughout the weekend and into Monday as road conditions have remained treacherous.
One of my drivers has 14 calls on him right now. Another driver's in West Yellowstone and he has 5 calls on him in West Yellowstone. I myself have, I believe, 5 calls on me right now.
Not only have tow truck companies been working around the clock, auto collision stores have remained just as busy.
Non-stop, consistent. Whether we're just talking about, little parking lot dings here and there, which we really see year round, and then going as far as, seeing cars coming in with wheels ripped off.
Staff at Ressler Collision Center say with the influx of people coming to the area, the more crashes that are taking place that then have to come in and get repaired.
It is busier this year, but I don't know if it's 100% because of the roads. I think a lot of it has to do just with the amount of people that are here, but the roads absolutely do not help.
At a time of high stress, both companies say that they're here to help the customer no matter what situation they are in.
It's been stressful. It's stressful on our employees. It's stressful on, it's stressful on the customers. And we do everything in our power to try to make it as good of an experience as you can.
With icy roads and months of winter left, Lopez reminds people to remember their winter driving tips.
Try to stay home. If you don't have to go anywhere, don't. It makes the roads even worse. Second off, if you do, leave early.
In Bozeman, Edgar Cedillo, MTN News.
Other headlines this morning: pair of ducks shot with blow darts at Bozeman's Valley West Park near the Meadowlark Elementary School. With the help of animal control, neighbors captured both ducks, took them to the Bozeman Pet Hospital in urgent care. One of the ducks later died. Now the other injured and cannot fly. Animal control says the blow darts were about 5 inches in length, nearly 6 if you include the suction part. And this offense would fall under animal cruelty. Those responsible could face charges. Now, if anyone has any information about this incident, you're asked to give Bozeman Animal Control a call. Well, could dogs be a key to curing cancer in children? That's what researchers are trying to find out. Chris Conte shows us how this could have major implications, not just for kids, but for our pets as well.
Okay. From a distance, Jelly Bean looks like any other dog.
Oh, yeah, there you go. It takes a minute.
Look a bit closer, though, and you can see what's missing.
It was a tumor growing on her hock joint.
Jelly Bean's dad, Zach Mendoka, knew as soon as he found a lump back in 2020, things weren't good.
It started off really small, maybe the size of a little smaller than a golf ball.
Jelly Bean's doctors filled in the rest of the details. Osteosarcoma, a deadly cancer of the bone. She lost her leg to save her life.
We knew with osteosarcoma, it's pretty much 100%. It's not if, it's when.
It turned out, though, this 4-year-old pup's journey with cancer was far from finished, which is what led her here.
One of the nice things about working in dogs is that they live with us.
That is Dr. Cheryl London. She's with Tufts University's Cummings School of Veterinary Medicine.
Let's go back home.
Jelly Bean's cancer had also spread to her lungs, so she was entered into a trial with Dr. London's team, exploring how different combinations of immunotherapy drugs can slow osteosarcoma.
Jelly Bean in particular is truly exceptional because she's had a very durable complete response that's lasted over 2 years now.
The treatment is working.
Good girl, see?
Jelly Bean is in remission. Good news not just for dogs, but for children who develop a similar type of bone cancer.
We can say that the cancers that we see in dogs, for example, really look identical to the cancers that we find in people.
Dogs offer a unique way of looking at cancer. They share many of the same immune system qualities as us, live in the same environments. But because their lifespan is more compressed, researchers can evaluate diseases in a much more rapid fashion.
When we study a cancer, something that would take potentially 2 to 3 decades in people may take us only 5 years.
Funding for the project is being made possible by President Biden's Cancer Moonshot Initiative, a national program aimed at accelerating the rate of progress against cancer. The goal is to not just improve cancer treatment for dogs, but people as well.
There has been little in the way of funding directed towards these translational canine studies. So it's only been through the Cancer Moonshot that we've had substantial funds that have enabled us to do this.
Showing paw too.
Initially, Jelly Bean's mom and dad thought they'd have just a few extra months with their dog.
That's a great paw.
It's now been almost 3 years.
Put her there.
They say cats have 9 lives, but the number of lives Jelly Bean might be potentially saving is countless.
I really think it's just hope. There's hope for other dogs, and there's hope for other children. There's hope for people.
Chris Conti, Scripps News.
Isn't that right, Miss Breen?
Tiverton, Rhode Island.